Hey, listen up, y'all. The SEC has came after Algorand. We talking about the Security and Exchange Commission in the United States, led by Gary Gensler. It's a lot going on, y'all. So we're gonna start at the beginning, and I'm going to try to put this whole picture together and explain why the Algorand price has tanked so much, and then also talk about how it might be still a good investment in the long or near term future based on its technology and what's happening around the world. Okay, we're going to start at the very beginning. I am on Coin Market Cap. We're going to pull this chart up. Boom, look at this. You tell me what you see with this chart, but I see blood in the streets. It's more redder than the sky in New York right now, okay? Listen up. So we started here in 2019 on the Dutch auction. That didn't go too well. And then boom, this is where a lot of people started to take notice, even myself with Algorand. At some point in 2020, I'll say late 2020, right? I started buying around here. Of course, a lot of us, we bought, rolled up, and then we, bull market, bear market happened, and boom, here we are. But the real thing is happening is that, for one, FIFA, right? I'll say this is a big thing. FIFA, that was kind of a bust with the NFTs there. Did not bring as much hype. We thought there was things happening. The CEO, did not explain too much what their role and relationship was, and then we find out, boom, it's a technical partnership. We don't truly know what that means. So FIFA was huge. My Algo, the main wallet provider for the Algorand ecosystem, was hacked this year. We had a couple other rug pulls and things of that nature, and the community is losing a lot of sentiment. But what's really important is that we have to go track the SEC, right? The SEC, it all started here actually in December 2022. December 22nd, 2020. And this is the SEC charges Ripple and two executives with conducting a $1.3 billion unregistered securities offering. Right, so that's what they hit, and it started a few years ago, y'all. And then we have this case is still happening. So XRP is one of the IO 22002 banking tokens, right? You got Algorand, XDC, IOTA, Stellar Lumens, and things of those natures. Those tokens are the banking tokens. That's what we call them. So the SEC is going after those tokens for sure. Why? Check this out. Central bank digital currency. Okay, this is the currency tracker by the Atlantic Council. So this is all about central banks digital currencies. This is where money is fully controlled by the government. People do not have the opportunity, if this thing's coming around, it's going to be fully controlled, right? So what exactly is a central bank digital currency? A CBDC is a virtual money backed and issued by a central bank. And again, remember, in the United States, central banks, right, the U.S. Federal Reserve, our central bank, it is not an American-owned company, right? Like the IRS was created in 1913. The central bank was created to control our money, to print our money. Private organizations held up by 12 partner banks, and a lot of them is out from Germany and whatnot. Very interesting. But a CBDC is a virtual money back and issued by a central bank. As cryptocurrencies and stable coins have become more popular, the world's central banks have realized that they need to provide an alternative or let the future of money pass by them. So this is a tracker that talks about all of the activities with central bank digital currency. So definitely, I would say, y'all should really pay attention to this. This is huge. So check this out. 114 countries representing 95% of the global GDP, global domestic product, are exploring CBDCs. And this was in May, right? Another one. 11 countries have fully launched, I'm reading right here, y'all, a digital currency, in China's pilot, which reaches 260 million people, is set to expand to most of the country in 2023. Jamaica is the latest country to launch the CBDC. And we keep going. These headlines go all day. Financial sanctions in Russia have led countries to consider payment systems that avoid the dollar. So, a lot of things are happening. You got BRICS, right? Brazil, China, Russia, India, South America, and Russia, right? I might have missed one. all of these, Saudi Arabia, all of these countries are forming together and they are moving away from the US dollar. So back to this, when we're talking about Algorand again, right? This is a company, a crypto that has the best technology in the space. Fastest, most secure, quantum proof, yada, yada, all of those things. So the government is like, hey, watch out. We're already dealing with Bitcoin. We're dealing with Ethereum. We're going to list the rest of these 61 cryptocurrencies. So what we're going to do is go over to Gary Gensler, just real quick, play a clip of what he had to say.
And a company, but we've had discussions with literally dozens of crypto incumbents, including the ones that you just mentioned. And what we find is this is a field that's built, the whole business model is built on non-compliance with the US securities laws. And we're asking them to come into compliance, and they're going a bit of catch us if you can. That's a sort of generalization. And they're commingling various functions that traditional finance we don't allow. I mean, the public would be aghast if they thought the New York Stock Exchange was also running a hedge fund trading against them, or allowing wash trading, or lacked controls to protect against fraud and manipulation on the platform. And so the conversations have been constructive, but it's also about them bringing a business model into compliance. We have had success. There is, even in the last 2 weeks, an entity filed as a crypto entity filed as what's called a special purpose broker dealer and got registered that way. We've had successes with tokens, but now it's about these crypto exchanges in the middle of the market where, frankly, the public should really be careful.
So the key here is that the SEC chair, Gensler, says we don't need more digital currency. His claim is that the US dollar is a digital currency. He needs to protect you and I for what we do with our savings accounts and for what we do with our money. Don't make much sense to me because there's a lot of fraudulent activities and people calling it out. Gary Gensler, for one, was promoting Algorand. There's videos about that a few years ago talking about Algorand could, absorb Uber and all this and that, right? And then two, there's more information coming out that he applied to work with Binance also around that same time period of 2019 when Algorand launched. Seems like he did not get the position that he wanted. And then about 2 years later, he becomes the head of the SEC, former MIT guy, Sylvan McCauley, Algorand, head of SEC. We thought everything there was peaches and cream, but we realized the spook sat by the door. He came to take crypto away from us, getting very crazy. So again, going back to what the whole point of this video, this is why I'm saying that Algorand price has dropped. We're being washed. We're being wiped out. Foundation is dumping. There's a lot of things happening. The tech is still great. So what we're going to do over here on the Passive Income Network, what I'm doing, we're going to continue to watch. And if the price does hit the all-time low, which was here, and where'd it go? Where'd the all-time low? It was 10 cents, 10 cents, wherever that went. But when the price hits 10 cents again to the all-time low, that is probably when I'm looking to buy some more. So we only 2 cents away, y'all. 10 cents, that happened, somewhere around here, right? Somewhere around here in the early stages. Now we're a few years in and there's red, y'all. So again, let me know what y'all think about the Algorand price, about the SEC, about the central banks, digital currencies, and how they're dropping all around the world. So we all should pay attention. Again, see Will with the Passive Income Network. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Until the next one, y'all, I am gone. Go to work to buy more coins. Feel like Cameron, oh boy. What you gonna do next? I might buy me a jet, take a flight to Dubai, Algorand in the sky.